Hey, what it do? What it do? It's your boy, Asshole Poppy.
Hey, check it out. It's your boy Feel Good.
We back tonight with another episode of the Cold Field Show.
Hey, you know it's about to get super spicy, you heard?
So without further ado, let's get right into it.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, what's going on? What's going on?
Let's
Look,
go.
it's a beautiful fall sprinter. You know, that's what I call it when it's winter, but it's still spring outside. You feel me? It's a sprinter right now.
Listen, man.
It's nice outside, man. I ain't even gonna lie. I ain't want to wear a coat today.
That boy trying to get sick, you heard?
Y'all know
What's wrong with him?
Y'all know I got that Caucasian. We ain't gonna talk about that. But listen, tonight is a very special episode of the Cold Field Show. In light of all the things that's been going on this week with female energy between Megan Thee Stallion, Cassie, and what was the Kiki Palmer. We done had a lot of negative energy surrounding black women this week.
Man, Jada Pinkett too, man.
She all fooey. She's not a black woman. We don't count her.
Man, you better count.
We don't count Jada. Jada been evicted, man. We don't even fuck with her kind no more,
no,
bro.
You got me fucked up. You can never evict Jada.
So you fuck with the succubus?
Listen, she's still holding Will down in that whole situation.
I mean, you know what though? I'm not gonna lie, y'all.
Jake.
I ain't gonna lie. She definitely channeled her inner Tupac this week when they got to talking crazy about Will. She wasn't having none of that. Hey, she said she on your ass, bodyguard, best friend, man. You finna get the pantsuit off you. You really can't have that much money, bro. You might want to at this point. But we wanted to change the narrative and spread some love to black women tonight. Tonight's episode is all about black girl magic. We got some beautiful young black ladies in the building, and we is gonna talk to them about what it is and what it means to be a female boss, a female entrepreneur. We got vocal problems. What's going on? What it is and what it means. I hear it. I'm finna deal with it. With that being said, though, we're gonna introduce the ladies. Let them introduce themselves, and we're gonna get right into it.
Hey, we talking that black girl magic. Let's get it.
Go ahead, introduce yourselves, ladies, and tell them who y'all is and what y'all do.
You go first. All right. So I am Tasia, also known as Tasia Vu. I am a mom of 3 active, beautiful young ladies. I am also an educator. That's my first profession. So I work currently as an instructional coach for the school district. Just to kind of keep my feet wet in that because that's my first love. And last but definitely not least, I am the owner and operator of Tasia Vu's on Main, which is a Cajun Creole restaurant downtown Racine.
Much love.
For that, my boy.
I mean, you know, she got to get all of it. Much love. Hey, look, Tasia Vu's open. How long was it? About 4 years ago?
3 years.
3 years ago. And look, man, she have been bringing delicious, exquisite food to the Racine area. Look, I'm a shit talker. I'm a chef. I'm a cook myself. And it's not a lot of good food around, like good food. Please, if you have not, Main Street, go tap in, check out the food, check out the ambiance, and let her know how you feel, man. Like, that's one thing we do love is good criticism. And when I say good, I don't mean good like only yes us up. Let us know how you feel. We can't make it better, no matter, even us with the Cold Field Show, we can't make it better without y'all. So please let us know how y'all feel. Tap in with Tasia and go check out some of her lovely food. Let's introduce the next guest. Go ahead and shout yourself out. Let them know who you is.
My name Alexis. Most of y'all know me as doing, lashes, but a lot of y'all know me for doing logos, websites. Y'all know.
Wait a minute, you do websites and shit too?
Yes.
Damn, jack of all trades.
Okay.
Definitely, y'all know me as a jack of all trades. I do everything. But
he said, hey, hold on. I like how you said that. Tell him again. He said the what?
Oh, that's Jackie of all
the
trades.
The Jackie of, it's Black Girl Magic. We got to get into
Black
it.
Girl Magic. Now y'all know my brand. Y'all see him with the Rich Off Hustling.
Hold on. Y'all see what it. Hey, look, I ain't gonna lie. This shirt look good on me. Fuck dude. Yo.
Little dude, big dude, man.
Who little dude?
You little dude, man. Come on, man. My man's only 5'5". You feel me?
Hey, you know what's crazy?
Let's talk about it.
I'm considered obese.
I told you that.
Hey, fuck off.
You need to get that.
It ain't even about that. It's my height
Yeah.
and my weight in general. I could be all muscle at this height, and I'm still gonna be considered obese because I'm over the weight for my height.
Cause you should be like 150. Look,
I'm not sure. Fuck I.
I can put my arm around.
Big
you know
dude.
what I'm saying?
But anyway, though, you know what I'm saying? Tonight is about the ladies, man. So look, I ain't even gonna lie. I'm gonna get right into it. We thought you was gonna have y'all up here a couple weeks ago, but you know everybody's schedules got crossed. That's that night we didn't go live, y'all. You know, now we here, we got them in the building, and look, let's talk about it. What motivated
It's about to get super
you
spicy.
ladies to decide to go into business and bet on yourself? Of all things you could have did, you chose to go the hard route and bet on yourself. What brought that on?
I can go first because I was just sharing this with her when we were preparing to go on live. For me, it was like during COVID. I was home. I had been a principal for 2 different periods of time for about 5 years at that time, and loved my job. But the aspect I loved about it most was the human connection part, being able to interact with the students, help people, help families. So when COVID happened, I was just on the computer every day. So I didn't lose my passion for education, but I didn't like that format. It wasn't personal enough for me. And so I had a lot of time to think to myself, and it reminded me of how not like permanent like jobs and careers are. Like you can have a job and it can become obsolete. They don't need
tomorrow.
you anymore. COVID really kind of scared me about schools because I knew after COVID, school would kind of just change forever.
Man, it definitely did.
So I started to just think, and I was just sharing with her that my mom passed away when I was 21, and so she wasn't able to be around me when I was a mother. My daughter was 1.5 when my mom passed away, my oldest. But when I was a little girl, she used to sit me down, comb my hair. All black girls go through that, clap me up, and I look back, she was always at that moment like talking to me about her dreams while she was doing my hair. And she used to always say, you know, if I could own a restaurant, she had a name for it. She would tell me all the stuff she would serve on the menu. But she would tell me this when I was a little girl. So I was probably maybe like 6, 7 years old. And she would kind of repeat this throughout my life. And at the time, as a kid, I didn't really even understand, you know, what that meant. I just kept hearing her say that. So during COVID, I thought about it and I was like, dang, that's really deep, because as a mom now, I can look back and channel why my mom made the choice she did. She had a 9 to 5 as a district sales manager. She made good money. So she was sacrificing what she probably really wanted to do with her life to keep a steady income to raise me and my brother, which is the ultimate sacrifice that we all as parents make at times, right? We do a job or we take on a career maybe that's just paying the bills.
Right.
And so when I thought about that, I asked myself, what is something that I could give to my daughters that my mother wasn't able to give to me? And that was to show them that dreams aren't just meant to be dreamt about.
Facts.
Like,
Facts.
when you have a dream, when you dream about something, the only way to make it come alive is to actually bring it into fruition. And if you fail at it, you still don't lose. You always gain the experience, or you gain something from it. So for me, restauranting was my mother's dream. She passed down the passion of cooking to me. And so that was like my gift to my kids, to give them something as a legacy, and to show them that you could be a mom, you could have a 9 to 5 and still be a boss. Like, there's no rules to this. So that's really what made me do it. Just
Facts.
to show my daughters that you can do whatever you want to do.
I like that energy too, though, because I mean, it's not just a man's job to show the kids what they need, what they want, what they missing, what they could be doing. Like, a mother's job is just as important as the father's when it comes to teaching the child how to go out into the world. Because a lot of women went out into the world by themselves anyway before, you know what I'm saying, without having a man in their life. So I definitely commend that. Your daughters is out here doing amazing things,
Man,
in the sports industry.
going crazy.
You feel me? We got some. We gonna get into that later. Let's jump back on with Alexis though. And what motivated you to become an entrepreneur and start your own businesses as well?
It's always been in me. It's not on me.
I feel you. You feel me?
No, but I honestly got tired of getting fired from jobs and, you know, trying to look for jobs. And I'm just like, I can do this shit myself. Like, I can make my own money. I don't gotta you know, you gotta be a worker to be a boss. And I believe in that. But I'm not finna work hard for people that's not grateful for the motherfuckers that's working for them. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that part.
They'll fire you today and get somebody else to replace your spot tomorrow. So
That's
I always been that way. Like, just wanting my own, wanting something to call my own. My dad, he his own barber. You know, he his own boss. So I always just seen him bringing in his money at his own time, at his own pace. And it's like, I want to do that too. I don't want to be going to work when somebody tell me like, hey, you got to be here at this time, especially because I got kids. So that play a part in that as well. Like, okay, I don't got no babysitter right now. I'm stressing figuring out who gonna watch my kids. I'm about to be at home making my own money. I'm about to figure this out because I'm not gonna be going through that. But
that's real though. Honestly, the kid part is very big when it comes to even just going to work. Like, let alone running your own business, but going to work. I'm actually glad you said that because that's one of our questions. How does being a mom affect business?
It's funny because I just had a conversation with one of my staff 2 days ago. So with business, there's this gradual release part. So obviously with your particular business, like a lot of it you may be able to like control. What I had to learn with the restaurant, like even though they're my recipes, I had to learn to trust other people, to train them to do things because I can't always be in each spot. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So you got to build a culture. You got to try to, and that's hard because you got to find people that's bought into your vision, and sometimes you get people that's not, and so that's the tricky part about it. But there was a particular staff member, and they made a comment, and they were like, sometimes I feel like you care more about, they didn't say my kids, but they were like, what you have going on than what I have going on. And my reply was, I absolutely do.
Facts.
I said, if my kid has something going on and one of y'all call off, I'll close. And I stand behind that 1,000% because I get one shot to be a mom.
Facts.
If I fail at the restaurant, I can sell food wherever.
We know,
I'll figure it out. But I get one shot at being a good mom, and I value that title. I feel like that's one of the titles and one of the hats I wear that I value the most, and that was the responsibility given to me by God. Like when I had them, they didn't ask to be here. So hey, if they got a game, I'm front and center.
Man.
They get an award, I'm there clapping. I'm not missing anything for my kids if I can help it.
Facts.
And so to answer your question, it's definitely a juggle. I think it was a hard adjustment to my kids at first because I'm a very, very hands-on mom. So I think the first 2 years I had the restaurant, it was really different for them because I had to be away a lot.
Right.
So they had to adjust. They weren't really used to that. But now, reading my daughter's college essays, because she's in the college, she applied to all her colleges.
Okay.
Brought me to tears because, like, they'll ask different questions like who motivates you and stuff like that. And she was like, Mom, proofread my essays. So she sent them to me. I'm at work. I'm at my desk crying because she wrote about me. Like, she was like, my mom works really hard. Like, my mom sacrifices. Like, and these are not conversations she's had. This is just her watching.
Right.
Get a master's degree twice. Like, carrying her on my hip. Like, my oldest really grew up with me. I had her at 21. So that, I mean, to me, it's hard. I'm not gonna lie. It's really hard. 2 varsity athletes. I got a budding athlete, 11-year-old. Trying to deal with just the day-to-day, laundry, cooking. I cook for my kids every day. They think I'm their personal chef.
I mean, they got their own chef.
So it's a lot, but
Let's talk about it.
I feel like to kind of close, like it's all worth it because on the days when I feel the most exhausted and I feel the most stretched, I feel like they don't see an absent parent or they don't see a mom that's not there to cater to their needs. They see a woman that is going to all lengths to make sure not only to set an example, but also to provide for them and to give them opportunities and open up doors for them. So it's hard.
That's dope.
It's hard, but it's a passion. It's a it's a labor of love.
Right.
Big.
Shit. What about you, Lexus?
You motivate me.
Hey, that's what's up,
I'm not
man.
cooking. I don't cook dinner every night. I don't. I just, it becomes a lot trying to run a business on top of taking care of kids, on top of taking care of myself, because we matter too at the end of the day.
Right.
So it's like a lot of that becomes very overwhelming, but knowing how to manage it is the part that I'm starting to get down pat. Like, I used to be like, hold on, let me just go in my room and close my door really quick and just take a break for a second. But it's about managing it, just maintaining that, sanity. Like, okay, I got this. Don't just calm down. You're only one person. Just take it a day at a time, a minute at a time. Like, so I'll be having to plan out my days sometimes. Like, okay, this gonna happen at this time, just so I know I'm focusing on everything and not overwhelming myself. But being a mom and running your own business, especially, is a lot. It is not for the weak.
Definitely not for the weak. I want to comment on something she said about taking care of yourself. I am a gallon sized love person. So all the people that's around me know that. So my kids know that. Anybody that I let in my space knows that. So I'm gonna get the shirt off my back, my last dollar, come to my house, eat, for sleep, whatever. But what I've learned in this last year, this year has been, 2023 has been a season of growth and learning and separation and repositioning and just a lot of stuff. So now I'm learning to I used to think that self-care when I was a mom, like getting your nails done or getting the pedicure.
Yes, I feel bad for doing stuff.
But then I'm like, that's really not self-care.
That's not.
So what I've learned that self-care really is like saying no sometimes to your kids, to a job that you feel is too overwhelming to do a business task, or.
But do you ever get in that moment where when you buy yourself something, you just feel bad, like, because our focus be so much on our kids and everybody else needs. When we want it, like, feel like a guilt sometimes.
I'm gonna be honest. Lately, I've just, and again, I probably like this year, or turning into 2024. No, I feel like, man, like I can't pour from an empty cup. If I don't have anyone else pouring into my cup, I gotta pour into my own.
Right.
And I always feel refreshed after the fact.
Put the mic in y'all lap.
Hey, y'all, sorry about the static. We, just little, technical difficulties. Y'all know we wouldn't be us if we ain't had those. We've been having those for the whole year and a half. Y'all been rocking with us. It is what it is. I ain't gonna lie though. I love the answers to those questions. Because truthfully, and I just wanted to get into this, and I'm gonna change the subject. Men, myself included, we make a lot of excuses when it comes to working jobs and being parents. And women don't really seem to have the time to make excuses. Whether y'all can or not, y'all don't for the most part. So I just want to commend y'all for that. It's not easy. For real, it's not easy at all. And the fact that y'all literally just set up here and broke it down, even talking about the aspect of needing that time to break down. When you said you go in the room sometime and just take that time to yourself. Like, we good. They said it's back. But, yeah, man, it's, we make a lot of excuses sometimes as men about that, and the ladies is making it happen. Look, fellas, again, myself included, we got to do better. Real shit. We got to do better when it comes to being parents and being employees or bosses of our own. Because these kids ain't getting no younger, and before you know it, man, look, my oldest son turned 20 next week, man. Look, I ain't ready for it. I ain't ready for it. You feel me? But, okay, with that being said, I want to ask a question about inspiration. They talk a lot about male role models and things when we were growing up. The men are the ones that's mostly talked to about working jobs, getting out there, getting into the world, having role models and things of that nature. But as business women, entrepreneurs, who is it that y'all looked up to that inspired you to want to? Obviously, Tasia, you said your mom, but like outside of your mom wanting to be a chef at the restaurant and things like that, what is it that just motivated you, or who motivated you? I'm sorry, from an outside perspective. Like, who did you see growing up on TV, in business, whatever, that made you say, you know what, I can do that. I want to be like that, male or female.
I wouldn't particularly say there was a person, but I've always picked up different qualities in different people, whether it be a celebrity or a family member or a teacher. One person that was very influential in my life was my first grade teacher at Jefferson Lighthouse School. So I went to the Lighthouse program. I used to call myself a speckle of pepper and a canister of salt. Wasn't a lot of black kids there. Wasn't a lot of black kids there. And as a kid, you didn't really pay a whole lot of attention. You know what I'm saying? You just at your school, whatever. But I never forget Fran Eulenberg. She was my first grade teacher. And there was just always something about the strength in her voice.
Okay.
The power that she carried. Black women in general, I mean, I could sit up here and tell y'all Oprah or something, right?
Right. No, that's cliche.
But I will say that, like, my aunts, my mom was the baby of 7 sisters. My grandmothers, I used to be a kid, like, sit and go ask my grandma just different questions about how it was when she was growing up, or, just different stuff. I've always just been intrigued by people's lives or their stories or why they made different decisions. And so when I was a kid, I was trying to soak up from everybody.
Right.
My grandma, my aunts. I have 7 beautiful aunts, some of which have obviously transitioned, including my mother. But, like, man, just even watching my mom deal with cancer. Like, I remember my mom, anybody that's watching that knows my mom, or people that know me, a lot of people know my mom and dad. They were like middle school sweethearts, high school sweethearts. And my mom was, like, always real makeup, hair curl, pretty, when she got sick, what's the first thing that happens? You get cancer. You lose your hair. Right. You lose your eyelashes. And I remember watching her, and she would be like, girl, take me to Walgreens. I'm just going to give me some strips. This before lashes was really popping. She's like, I'm going to give me some strips, and then she'll, go get some, go get a wig or whatever. And, like, watching her literally make no excuse, in pain, taking pills, on chemo, still at my brother game, still telling me, like, when your dad get home from work, like, he gonna have a hot meal. Like, she didn't even really, like, and so when she passed and I would go through different stuff or feel like I needed to, like, break down or walk away or I wasn't strong enough, I used to always tell myself, like, man, the cloth that I'm cut from, like, my mom was a lion.
Right.
Yeah,
right,
like,
right.
So to be honest, I want to be able to tell you it was somebody on TV, but it wasn't. My mom, like, was the definition of no excuses, and had the purest, sweetest heart, would give anybody, like, do anything for anybody. And so when she passed away, she left really big shoes to fill. But I told myself, if I can even be half of who she was, then I'll be straight.
That's real shit. I commend that.
How many siblings you got?
Just one.
Oh,
My brother.
Okay, damn. Okay, just 2. Okay.
That's real shit though. She said watching moms fight, literally fight, is what inspired her. That's some real shit though, cause fighting cancer is a motherfucker, boy.
Man, fuck cancer, boy. Cancer
Yeah, for real.
Greats. I'm telling you.
I ain't finna lie. This might be my new favorite shirt. Hey, Full Feather Fly Guy. Look, no bullshit. You need to get some of this right here. What's this called, Alexis?
Rich off hustle.
No,
That's the puff print.
Puff print. Okay.
Man.
It's right here. Look at this. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. Look at me and look at him.
Every man exclusive, man, bro. You need to go and throw them in the store too, bro.
Oh yeah,
Straight
no,
up.
we definitely got to get some of this. Every man exclusive. We need you to go ahead and work a deal out with her and get some of this. Cash Closet to be open soon. We definitely need you to go ahead and get some of that. Cash, Full Feather Fly Guy. You asked what we want to see in the store. I want to see some of this.
Come on, man. Get us right, man. Get us right.
T-Man, I know you watching. We want some of this in the store. Work it out. hit Alexis up and let's make this happen. You feel me?
All right, now.
Hey, Toot the dude, he said he need one of them hoodies. So Alexis, y'all tap
Oh
in.
yeah, you got hoodies too?
You know what I'm saying?
Sweatshirts right now. Hoodies coming soon real soon.
Hey, look, we finna make some sales. We gonna set up a TikTok shop, all that. You feel me? We finna get this out here.
Shit. I mean, okay, what about yourself, Alexis? Like, who was your inspirations? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, who gave you that battery in your back?
I'm not even gonna lie, nobody.
Oh.
I work for the thing that motivated me. So I was like 16, and I see my friends, you know, they parents buying them cars and stuff. I'm like, my parents should be buying my car too. Like,
Type shit.
and my dad told me that it sticks to me to this day. He said I have to buy my own car, so why shouldn't you buy your own car?
Me.
So I'm like, that's crazy, but I thought about it, like, you right. So
Now hold on. You said your dad told you that.
yes,
Now, I just got a quick question. Was your mom and your dad together?
no,
Okay, but you still was able to go to dad and talk to him about shit, and he told you you was the only daughter.
well, no, I'm not his only daughter, but
Okay.
his oldest.
You the old.
Okay, you the oldest.
So
but
no,
damn.
technically though, being the oldest, you're the
Kinda old, yeah.
baby girl. No, cause his first daughter,
yeah.
his baby girl. He told you got to buy your own car.
That's what that man told me.
Now hold on, ladies. Before we even get into this, y'all know I gotta do it all the time. Y'all be talking all that shit. Her daddy made her buy her own car. What y'all got to say about that? Cause y'all swear up and down niggas gotta do what?
Man,
Pay for what? Huh?
Let's talk. What?
Her daddy, and you know
Let's
what?
talk about
I want to hear the rest of the story. Let's get into it. You said that was Pops told you got to buy your own car.
He
So
told me I
then,
had to buy my own car, so I'm like, that just grind my gears so bad, cause it's like, hold on now, like, why should I have? I'm doing good in school, everything, like I should be rewarded that, but I'm like, okay, you got it, like, so that's what I did. I worked my butt off to make my own car, but I'm like, damn, I just lost my job after I done bought. Yes, I done end up losing my job, so I'm like.
you had to finance at least. You was financing
No,
the car.
I bought my car straight out.
Okay,
Just a little
okay,
low.
okay,
a little
okay.
low. So that was my first car. I loved my Nissan. But then after that, I'm like, see, now I ain't got no money to put in this car. Like, I ain't got no gas money, nothing. So I'm like, man, I'm about to start selling cookies at school. So I started baking the cookies.
Oh man.
And just my own hustle. Like, that's what motivated me. Like, I knew what type of lifestyle I wanted to live, and I knew I couldn't depend on my parents for it. So I was my own motivation. That's all I can say. And I want to be that motivation for my kids to show them, yeah, y'all can do whatever y'all put your minds to, but I'm going to be there for my kids. I'm going to be the one to buy that first car and all that. And so they don't have to work as hard as I did. Instead of me being a child, I really had to put my big girl panties on at a young age and step for myself. So
Man.
Now, this question was gonna come a little later, but it always the conversation perfectly finds a way to segue into it. Your dad being in your life, you going to him, asking him for that. He told you, do it on your own, figure it out. Basically, you got it, you can handle it. And you just said, specifically, put my big girl drawers on. I have a question about women in the workspace when it comes to masculinity. Now, a lot of women have been repeating this on Facebook about for the last month or so, 2 months maybe. I'll be so happy when a man comes and takes me out of my masculine energy. I'll be so glad when a man come along and take me out of my masculine responsibility. And anytime I ask what that means, it's always about having to work a job. It's always about having to pay bills. It always comes to the conclusion of a woman taking care of herself. Two boss ladies in the building tonight. Do y'all feel like working, taking care of business, paying your bills is masculine? You feel like that's making you
It's about to get super
strong,
spicy.
and not strong in the sense of a strong woman, strong in the sense of it's taking you out of character? Do you feel in any way that being a boss as a female is harming you?
No.
No.
So, funny thing. So let me break that question down.
Hold on. They both said motherfucking no. Okay, break it down.
Let me break this down. So, I grew up, mom, dad, married.
Right.
So when I first started dating, I thought everybody was gonna be like my dad.
Mm-hmm.
My mom always worked, so I never thought it was anything wrong with women working.
Okay.
But I thought everybody was like my dad in terms of how they handle situations, how they communicated, etc. So I feel like it was a blessing and a curse to have married parents that had a healthy relationship, because going out into the world, I thought all dudes were just gonna be like my dad. So
Right.
that was a misconception.
Misconception, right.
So moving forward, living life, gaining wisdom. So the first part of your question is, do I think that women being a boss, working, taking care of anything for that matter, is masculine? That I would say no. I don't think that's masculine. I think that like a lot of times when women are posting stuff on social media, and women might get mad at me, sorry in advance, but I'm just gonna keep it real. A lot of women post or repost things, and they don't really know what it means themselves. To me, two things that everybody be having messed up, both males and females. No one ever really belongs to you. They belong to themselves.
Ooh, we don't own nobody.
So you experience people, you enjoy people, but they never really belong to you. Number one. Number two, a relationship should be about not what a person can do for you or what you can do for them, but what the two of you can do together.
Facts.
Because if you working and you making $100,000 or whatever these women be saying, like, man, I can make $100,000. Okay, so a lot of women want that, but when a man got to be away from home, they lonely, they sad, they whatever. So you gotta be able to give and take. So for me, I'm cool with a man working hard. I'm cool with that. I actually value people that work hard because I'm a hard worker. But while you working hard, I'm gonna be talking to you about how I can work hard too, so we can put some money together to do something else to make our money make money. Like I'm trying to boss up like that. You know what I'm saying?
Power couple.
And I feel like the type of women that get treated like that, which women are describing, like being taken care of, they get taken care of in that manner because of their actions, not because of what they're asking for.
Facts. No,
So
I can
if a
attest.
woman is like, give me some money, give me some money, give me some money, I mean, they might give it to you. And my view on it is this: when dudes have money that they feel is just disposable, y'all know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That ain't nothing. So I don't want anything from a man that is like garbage money. If you can just go throw it in, if you could just go throw it in that
Hashtag
trash can and not
garbage
miss it.
Garbage
I don't want
money.
it.
Hold on.
Y'all know what I'm talking about? That disposable cash.
Let's-
If it's disposable
Let's talk
cash, you can
about
keep
that.
it.
Let's talk about that.
Hashtag garbage money.
She said garbage money. Now this episode we ain't finna get into all of that, but these is hashtagable moments.
Man.
Yeah.
The ladies,
that.
fellas, stay away from ladies that value garbage money.
Yeah.
Just because you got it to blow doesn't mean anything, because you was finna blow it anyway.
Yeah.
You was probably finna go buy some Cardis, go buy some Jordans, go fuck off on the weekend at the casino, whatever. But instead you gave it to her to impress. That's garbage money. I like that.
Hashtag garbage
Don't
money.
value women.
If you spend some money on me, I want it to be because you wanted to, and I want it to be fully thought out. Something
Okay.
that I want. Otherwise, just keep it. Because I could buy myself, I could take myself out to eat, or like those type. And again, I'm not saying that those things aren't chivalrous. I'm saying that like that doesn't impress me, because people get bored and just take people out to eat. It happens all the time.
Yeah.
Just
I
'cause
don't
you
want to
know it.
be.
That's true.
I don't want to be a bored date.
Facts.
I don't want to be a bored date.
feel
I appreciate that. I like that answer and that energy. Hey, y'all, if y'all watching right now, please hit the like button and hit the share button. This is a very interesting conversation, and it's only going to get deeper. Let's get to it. Alexis, what about you? Do you feel like working, taking care of yourself, paying bills makes you masculine?
No, I'm gonna do that regardless. Like I never had no man take care of me. As y'all, my dad, he was there, but like I said, I always provided for myself. So that's a must for me. I'm not finna depend on nobody to do nothing for me just so they could talk about what they done did.
Ooh.
No, I'm gonna handle my own. I got kids, so I'm gonna take care of me and mine by any means necessary. I'm not waiting on nobody to do it. So it's not masculine at all. At all.
All right,
You know what? I want to ask y'all a question,
Good
right?
answers.
Do y'all feel like by being these hustlers, these go-getters, independent women, does that take away from y'all soft?
Ooh, the femininity.
You know what I'm saying? Soft side, like, or do you feel like you still keep that? Y'all both keep that balance.
Definitely. That's the same question, but from a
soft.
different angle.
You feel
it
me?
might not make you masculine, but does it take away from your femininity?
So I am in a transition period in my life right now because I am newly moving into whatever you call it, being single or whatever you want to call it. So one of the things I had to learn about myself.
Single and bossy. Hashtag. Hey,
Single and boss.
they coming out tonight. Single and bossy. Single and bossed up.
got about 10 of them.
One of the things I had to learn and accept about myself. So at first I was like, all right, I'm single. What do that look like? What do I gotta do? You know what I'm saying? I didn't really know. So I'm like, all right. The phrase is, I'm finna get outside and be like a city girl. I'm not.
No, don't be a city
Listen,
girl.
I'm not a city girl. I'm not.
Okay.
So I am very, very, and I'm not afraid to say this, I am very domestic. I just want to cook and chill and let a man be a man. I don't want to babysit, follow nobody. I don't want to do that. That's just not my thing.
Right.
I also don't want to be super accessible. I don't want to be seen all the time. It's not a desire I have. So, like, in order to be a city girl, you gotta do all of that. Right. So then I'm like, dang. So I was talking to one of my homeboys, and I was telling him, I said, that's a scary place to be because I feel like a lot of women are like that. Not by default. I think, just we all out here trying to figure stuff out and figure out dating and relationships. And some women are, me and I too, we, had some bad situations. So you kind of out there thinking for yourself and being selfish. And so it's scary because I have such a genuine, pure heart. And so he was just like, be careful, you know, because I'm the type of person like, be like, I'm hungry. Are you hungry? I'm gonna make you something to eat. Like, that's just who I am. So I made a choice to like tell myself and accept, like, I'm a wife. That's just who I am.
No,
I'm a wife. Now I'm not married.
No,
anymore,
I get
but I'm a
what
wife.
you mean on that because we talked about that before up here. I talk about that on Facebook all the time, and I'm again just quick in and out. Either you're feminine or you're not. Mm-hmm. Either you're submissive or you're not. Either you're a wife or you're not. It has nothing to do with are you actually in a relationship. Like I told y'all, it's that one woman, one female in the neighborhood that everybody know, all the men, all the women, all the kids. She in that motherfucker cooking, she feeding motherfuckers, and it's that one dude in the neighborhood that's looking at her like, oh yeah, I'm gonna wife her. That's what she's describing. She's just that girl naturally. If you ain't that, you just ain't that. I don't want to hear no bullshit excuses about masculine energy. Fuck out of here. So, Alexis, how about you? Do you feel like it has taken away from your femininity in any way?
No, I'm real tender.
She said, I'm tender.
Okay.
Very
Real tender.
It don't
Very,
at all.
very.
Me being a boss has nothing to do with how I am, like, emotionally. Like, I'm real tender. That's all I got to say.
She said, that's all I got to say.
Okay.
But you know what, though? That's the thing, though, man. It's a very common misconception that women in the working field are tough, they masculine, they this, they that. I don't know, man. I really can't say I've experienced that personally. There's definitely some tough broads out there. And that's why I said broad. That's why I said broad. There's some tough broads out there. But I definitely don't feel like working a job should in any way affect your femininity. Now, like you said, you ain't got all you personally don't always have time to cook. You said sometimes you just ain't feeling it. Mm-hmm. You said you make time for it, but again, it's a personal choice. You got them kids that you just said you want to show them a certain thing. You, on the other hand, you said you still kind of in that space where you're trying to figure it all out and figure out your timing. Look, that's what life is all about, timing. Mm-hmm. You have to figure out your timing. I tell men all the time, develop a routine. Once you develop a routine, it's easier for you to set your life up a certain way. And the same goes for women. It's all about timing. From the moment you wake up to the moment you lay down at night, your day should be occupied with time blocks of handling certain business, whether it's family, kids, or personal time. Mm-hmm. We can get back into that into a different episode. So, it doesn't take away from your femininity. It doesn't make you masculine. how do you feel overall from the moment you became an entrepreneur and decided to take that risk and go out on yourself up until now? Like, how do you feel you have changed as a person?
I feel like I quickly was able to determine who was there for me genuinely and who was just there for what benefited them. I accepted and learned that sometimes the people that you don't view that are the closest to you actually have more genuine love for you than people that are the close to you.
Okay.
And I feel like stepping into that light, like stepping into your power, right? It's scary, but I feel like 3 years in, I feel like I own it a little bit better. Like sometimes I describe it as a light. Like some people just have it. Like you just have like this thing about you, and it makes people sometimes not like you or feel intimidated, or and sometimes you just going through life and like, why is everybody looking at me crazy? Like I don't got nothing. I got 24 hours in a day just like you. Like, but I've accepted now that like favor ain't fair, right? So whatever favor that God has placed upon my life over just overcoming my mom's death, opening a restaurant, becoming a principal at a young age, just different things. Hard work definitely was a part of it, but I also feel like it was positioning. You know, like I had favor in certain situations, and so it really does kind of. I don't know if you. I came excited to hear your answer because I feel like it alienated me from certain people. Like there were certain people that I had in my life for a really long time, and they was like, "Oh, we so excited for you," but then like on the back, they was like, "What can I do to one up her?"
Oh yeah.
So it's like, dang, is they trying to like throw shit? You know what I'm saying? So, but that was scary and hurtful. But then, you know, everybody ain't meant to come with you.
Facts. We learned that doing this. Honestly, we learned that real fast doing this. Like everybody ain't meant to be with you.
Yeah.
And some people is literally just they looking at you with the stars in their eyes. But then when they turn their head, it turned into something else. Yeah. It's the green envy. You know what I'm saying? So
gotta get out them scissors real quick.
Yeah, definitely.
Man, before it's too late.
For sure. Alexis, how about you? How do you feel like it has changed you as a person since you started up until now? We're gonna get to your question in a second. For the fly guy, I actually like that question.
I'm still the same me. I just look at stuff different, like people. I try to help a lot of people, especially when it comes to business. Like I be trying to put people on business. Like instead of working, you can work, but try to work towards something of your own. But everybody don't look at it like that. Like you can give a person the game, but it's either they gonna take it or they just gonna sit on it. You get what I'm saying?
Ooh,
like,
man, for real.
And I try to put a lot of people on. It's just like I can't hold your hand through it all. I can tell you what to do. It's up to you to do it. And if you don't, then my ship is sailed. I'm gonna keep going whether you with me or not. So when she said you can't bring a lot of people with you, some people with you, you can't. Like it's just not meant. Like I see y'all from the top.
I mean, I'm gonna ask y'all both
Period.
this.
Look.
So is it safe to say that both of y'all are single?
I mean, yeah, I'm
I mean, cause
transitioning.
okay, you transition. Okay, what about yourself, like? Okay. Oh, okay. I got you.
You know, it'd be like that. So look, okay, that goes into this question from Full Feather Fly Guy, though. It's actually a perfect segue. Full Feather Fly Guy asked, as women bosses, do y'all feel like your mate has to be a boss also, or would you date the average working guy?
I will take that question. I actually just figured out like something about myself. So I like a person to have a similar drive and work ethic as me. They don't have to do the same thing, so they don't have to be on their own business per se. But I value hard work. I always have. And so like I just value a person that is hardworking, and I value men to have vision.
Mm-hmm.
You know, being submissive or all those things that men talk about. Like this guy on Instagram, he was talking about it. He said if a man goes to play basketball every day with his friends, eventually the wife is gonna get like irritated or jealous. But if the man says, I'm going to practice with my guys because we're going to play this 3-on-3 tournament in June and we can win 5 G's. Then I'm going to take that money and we're going to do this with it. He said then the woman is going to start being like, all right, let me pack you a Gatorade.
Damn.
Right?
That's real.
Because now he's doing something with a purpose. And so I feel like, I was like, oh, that makes sense. So I was like, you know, for me, it's two things. Having somebody that has a similar work ethic as you, but also definitely somebody that has vision and purpose is really important.
Okay, now I want to speak to what you just said though. Now, okay, so I can understand that. I can definitely understand that. But what if he's not going to win no money? What if that is just what he enjoys doing? What if that's a part of his routine? Let's just say Wednesday and Saturday. Every Wednesday and Saturday, he got to go play ball with the guys. That's his routine. Could that not just be a part of his routine? Do it got to be about some money?
No, I think he was using that analogy to describe a larger thing. Like, if a man is sacrificing away from the house for any particular thing, I think he just used the basketball analogy as like, some women might get jealous, but then if they know you working towards something, hey, we gonna pack you a little snack.
Type shit. No, I get it. I just asked because me being I'm a gym rat. I'm in the gym.
I go to the gym at 5 in the morning.
5-6 days a week.
Man.
So if a woman looking at me like, why you always in the gym? Honestly, that's gonna turn me off that you even asking me that. Type
So
shit,
anyone,
you know what I'm saying?
so listen, anyone, again, I don't want to offend nobody because everybody different. But for me, you have to have things for yourself. I go to the gym in the morning. That is my alone time. That's my time away from my kids. It's obviously beneficial for my health. It's beneficial for your mental.
Mm-hmm.
I think everybody, again, nobody belongs to you. So you should come into a situation and have your own things.
Facts.
And you shouldn't have to change your
Individuality.
things. You shouldn't have to change your things for anybody. You have to accept the person as they are. I think basketball, to be honest, basketball to me is the closest thing to mental health therapy for a lot of black men or working out.
Yeah.
And so like a lot of black men aren't gonna necessarily go to a therapist. I mean, I go to a therapist, but like when I look at like dudes going to the braid of hoop, some people might be like, man, they should let that go. Like for some men, picking up a basketball and being able to, you know, be aggressive and play a sport is a really good way to get out some aggression, some frustration, and really therapeutic.
Facts.
And so I feel like it's important for you to have something to do.
Yeah.
Because I got stuff to do. So if you don't got something to do, and I'm busy, then we gonna have a problem.
No,
Idle hands.
Exactly, idle hands. You know what I'm saying? That's real shit. So let's get into it. The sisterhood. How important is support from other women when you're trying to be a female entrepreneur, a female boss? You're trying to do your own thing. Like, we come from a community of a lot of backbiting in the African American community, crabs in the barrel bucket in general. But y'all being women, y'all already got extra strikes against y'all just because, you know, it's always been an unequal playing field for money and finances in the world of women and men. But like, y'all doing what y'all doing, especially you know, Alexis, you do the lashes and you doing clothing.
Man.
Like, how important is it to have the support of women in your community? Whether it's your cousins, your sisters, your friends, or just, you know, the neighborhood.
To me, it's very important because we like to chew, us as people in general, we chew each other up. Like, nobody want to see nobody go farther than them, or even if, say, for example, you not putting the work in, but I am, but you mad at me because I'm putting the work in.
Right.
And you trying to chew me up. It's like, how could you be mad at me because I'm trying to work towards something better? And, like, I help you get up to where I'm at. Like, that's just the type of person I am. Like, but a lot of people not like that. Like, they'd rather win instead of helping the next person win with them, if that makes sense.
Facts.
And I don't know, I just feel like it's selfish. Like, it's selfish. And I feel like that's important, like us uplifting each other, motivating each other, and helping each other out when in need. You know, not saying just hold my hand the whole way and I'm not putting in any work. Like, don't know. I just feel like it's important, but men, on the other hand, I don't know. I feel like us as women, because I be seeing a lot of boss women down my timeline, and I feel like men are intimidated by that.
Ooh, talk about it.
Whoa.
Talk about it.
I don't want to tussle with nobody on this.
No. Hold on.
Hear that one.
I actually agree with you to a certain extent. So any tussling is gonna be with the audience. Tonight, I actually ain't got nothing to say about that. We're gonna get into that a little more in a minute. In about 15 minutes, we're gonna switch gears and we're gonna get into some of, how we do things. But, how about you? Like, Hazel, how do you feel about the support from your peers, female peers?
Kind of what I answered in the other question. I think I definitely get female support, but it wasn't necessarily always from the people that I expected it from. Mm-hmm. But support is support. So you just gotta take what you get. I feel like if people would just understand that at the top people collaborate and at the bottom people compete.
Oh yes. I don't really ever. And this is another thing.
She's dropping a lot of hip hop quotables tonight, y'all. We're gonna keep this. We're gonna go back on this and keep these. Nah.
If I'm a very humble person. People that know me know that. Very, very chill person. But
I don't like that. Don't say that.
Why?
I don't mean to cut you off. I don't like, especially African American people calling themselves humble.
No, I'm explaining it. So humble and being meek are not necessarily positive. So I will share that. I do agree with you. But what I'm saying is I have to view myself at a certain position. Right. Because if I don't view myself at a certain position, then I'm relying on somebody else to. So I said that is, I don't see myself at the bottom, so I don't view other people as competition.
Facts. Okay, that makes sense.
I see myself at the top, so I am more eager to collaborate. Mm-hmm. Because I feel like I can grow more from collaborating than competing. Competition takes a lot of energy. Competition takes a lot of energy.
And it take away from the end goal.
So I'd rather collaborate. And so what I do is I shift my energy. So you know how somebody might be like, girl, did you hear what so-and-so said about so-and-so food or this and that? Like, I don't discuss people. I try to stay out of those conversations.
Oh, when people say that.
People will do that, or like, I'm gonna give y'all a perfect example. So soul rolls. Okay. People that cook, soul rolls is not a new thing. Soul rolls are new up north, but they've been going around.
Right.
I added a little spin in mine by throwing meat in mine because a lot of people don't put meat in them, but it was just a thing. So I made soul rolls.
When you make your first one? Just off top of your head.
November of 02.
02. Now you see what's crazy? Now I'm just here to, cause y'all know I talk a lot of shit. A lot of shit. I feel like I created soul rolls. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I know I didn't. No, I've said that shit so many times. People, everybody know Prentice Cole talk shit. Now, I don't say my government name a lot, but let's just keep it 100. Everybody know Prentice Cole talk more shit than a little bit.
Google it.
Looking at it. I definitely feel like I created soul rolls, but that's just me making myself feel good. Look, ain't nothing new under the sun.
Yeah.
Man.
Ain't nothing. And she said 02. I just made mine 5 years ago, so I ain't nowhere near close. But I just wanted to say, ain't nothing new under the sun, man. That competition shit ain't about nothing. Unless a motherfucker trying to use you to get information to knock you off your square, like you said earlier, trying to one up you.
Yeah. But nah, people were like, so-and-so trying to make a soul roll different. And then I was like, soul rolls are made all over the place. Like, people make them in Atlanta. People like, that's fine. Like, and so, again, I don't suck myself into those conversations. Mm-hmm. But I do feel like, especially in the food industry, in Racine, because we're so small. We would just be better if we did more collaborating.
Yes.
Because, like, the demographics don't really support for us to be just so spread so thin, trying to do everything. And so I was very strategic when I created my menu to not duplicate anything that Myron had at Betty's Kitchen. I was very strategic because I didn't, and this is no shade to other businesses downtown, but like, I didn't look at nobody else's menu really to cross match except for Myron's, because he's a black male entrepreneur. I'm from Midtown. I'm not gonna say I'm from Southside because somebody said I'm not from the Southside, so I'm gonna proudly claim Midtown. Even though my grandma's house is on 1710 Village Street, but I don't gotta explain that to nobody. But anyways, I knew Myron from back in the day. You know what I'm saying? We all, grew up in the same area. So super dope what he was doing over there. So I'm like, oh well, I'm not gonna go make catfish and grit. Like I'm not gonna go copy him because again. Instead, on Sundays, I'm going to take my family there and I'm going to eat breakfast at Myron's. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like a lot of people do that overlapping because they see somebody doing something like, oh, I could do that better. Or when I make this and make it better. And that's fine because there's money out here for everybody. So I don't get worried about it. But I think if people really looked at it from a marketing standpoint and a demographic standpoint, we have a very, very small market.
Man.
And the people in Racine that have the most money, let's just be honest, they don't frequent black
they don't
restaurants. So we're really resourcing and sharing, you know what I'm saying? Like a small pocket locally.
Right.
So then if you're not a restaurant that is able to market outside of Racine, you really cripple yourself when you try to duplicate something that somebody else is offering because it really limits your ability to maximize your sales. So again, collaboration in the food industry would benefit us a lot. But
Oh no, I agree with you with that 100%. Being a cook myself, I literally sit back and I did the same thing. Like I sell food from where I sell it from. You know how that works. But I brought a few things to the table and then I spoke to a few people. And then next thing you know, them things that I brought to the table was on their menu. And I was pissed. I'm looking like, but I was trying to. And then you did that, but I didn't, fuck them. I ain't finna talk shit, I ain't finna hate. I'm just gonna keep it moving because like you said, it's the demographic, we could do much more by working together.
yeah.
So I agree with you 100%, even with the podcast. We had some, situations where people wasn't trying to work with us, they was trying to
Still our sauce.
Like, you know what I'm saying? And it sucks that it be like that, it sucks that it comes to that, but ultimately, you gotta overlook them situations and keep it moving and keep your head on straight because you gotta tunnel vision, focus. What about you, Alexa? How you feel?
Can you repeat the question though?
We
Because I just got so lost to what everybody been saying.
I mean, it was more so just about the support still in the community. We started it out talking about women, but just in general, support of your your community. Like how
It's a big competition. I feel like with the lash industry, everybody do lashes here, but a lot of people feel like, oh, I can't do lashes because this person doing it, that person doing it. It's just like everybody don't lash the same, everybody availability not the same, and everybody vibe not the same. Like I get a lot of people that come to me because of my vibe. Literally, they be like, I love your vibe, I'm coming back. So it's just like, I don't know. I really don't see no competition. I would rather work with each other. That's why on my page, I try to get all the lash techs together to, be on one stab. We are sharing ideas or in a group or something. Like, I be trying to get a whole community of us together so we can work together instead of everybody feeling like they apart. Because if I'm not available, I'll be sending people to other lash techs that I know that's dope. So it's like, we can all make money together. It's money out here for everybody.
Keep
like,
that money flowing.
Yeah,
Like
so.
Yeah, people gotta stop operating off a scarcity model. Like everything is like scarce, so everybody wanna hold on tight to stuff.
Right.
Ain't nobody gonna do it like you.
Ain't nobody gonna do it like you. Shout out to Deontay for them tacos, man. That's really his motto with that. Yeah, everybody make tacos. We got horse riding, cowboy boot wearing Mexicans in Wisconsin that's making some good motherfucking tacos. I can honestly say,
Man, Wisconsin got
ain't nobody
some of the
making them
best
like bro.
Migos.
So that's real spill right there. Everybody ain't gonna do it like you do it. Shout out Zeke, what up, man? He said, all my life, I even purchased from a motherfucker that try to do the same as what I do. And you know what? Honestly, that's the best way to kill a motherfucker, bro. Real talk, that's the best way to kill a motherfucker. When you know they bit from you, when you know they hating on you, when you know that, fuck with them. Shop with them. Support them. Shout them out. All of that shit.
Oh, yeah.
Because, like the ladies were saying, man, it ain't nothing. The spirit of competition is a killer. And we not playing sports or going for no money. And when I say money, I mean like a goal, a prize, $1 million at one time. I'm not competing with you motherfuckers, and I don't think nobody should. It's just, it lowers your value. Yeah. It lowers your stock. Because, like you said, you're taking away from the end goal of what you was trying to perpetuate in the first place. Tonight we're talking about Black Girl Rock, Black Girl Magic. We got two very, very successful young black female entrepreneurs in the building. They have been dropping some jewels tonight. If you're just tuning in within the last 5 or 10 minutes, please go back and watch the last hour of the show so you can catch up, skim through it. We ain't got no videos tonight. We ain't got no pictures, but we finna switch gears.
Hey, hit that motherfucking like and share button.
Right now, god damn it.
Right now.
Immediately.
You feel me? We got these ladies up here dropping these jewels. That's for you, Phil. You read that? The comments for you. He wants you to do that.
What he say?
Ty, he came in, he addressed you and he wants you to read something to the lady. Tell the lady something. You read that.
Oh, okay. Ty Davis said the next 10 people who get a shirt, I'm gonna pay $5 on each, and he said I'm gonna bring him a group to eat before Wednesday. So he gonna do both on both of y'all, bro.
Now-
really showing love.
now y'all
man,
see that?
Shout out to Ty Davis, man.
Hey.
He a real one.
The next 10 people who reach out to Alexis Phillips to purchase a shirt, he got $5 on your shirt. So whatever her shirts cost, he putting $5 on there for you, man. Y'all need to tap in right now. I ain't even gonna understand if y'all don't get these shirts because who the fuck don't want a discount?
And on top of that, man, Ty Davis,
Hold
my
on,
bad,
man.
bro.
Hold
Bro,
on,
a real one, bro. He stay tapping in at all times. Bro,
Y'all not. No, fuck me. I ain't even talking about anyway.
on
Rich
me.
folk hustling. These ladies is hustling. Fuck is y'all talking about? They out here getting, you know what I'm saying?
to it.
I don't, look,
And look, she got that fabric going crazy, and bro actually fitted in a large. You feel me? I told her I needed 2X because this shit going crazy, but I'm gonna sit on this one right now. This large going crazy.
if this was Dragon Ball Z,
What's going
this
on?
nigga's Yamcha.
Nigga, what?
Why you?
Bro,
I'm Goku and Vegeta.
come on, bro. No, if anything, bro, you Mr. Saint, Mr.
Hercule?
Yeah, fuck you mean?
This nigga just he said I'm the fool. I'm the fool. Hey, but you know what?
Insane.
You know what though? Hold on, let's get back into it because I want to add to that. Ty, let's read this again. Ty said the next 10 people who purchase shirts from Miss Alexis Phillips, if y'all don't fucking go add her right now and jump in her inbox for these shirts. She got rich off lashes too for the lash text.
On me,
If
for the ladies.
your ladies do lashes or you know what I'm saying, if y'all just want to support her, she got rich off lashes as well as rich off hustling. Tap in, $5 off. He said he's also bringing a group. Matter of fact, Ty, I think you should hit them 10 people, or at least 5 of them 10, that reach out for them shirts, take them to Teja Vu's and pay for their food because it would only make sense.
On me.
Also,
Double bubble.
the 10 people that reach out to Alexis for the shirts, $5 discount from Ty. Bring your ass on over to Crispy Clippers, 2056 Taylor Avenue. And I'm giving out $5 discounts on all haircuts for you and your kids. But you got to be there shopped with Alexis, and Ty had to be there put that discount. If y'all ain't hitting all 3 of us, it ain't going to work. You feel me? I don't see no other way to make this happen. You feel me?
Hey, y'all better tune in. I'm for giving y'all opportunity. You don't get no better than this. Coming out.
Oh, hold on. Stacey Poppins want a shirt. Venetia Bennett want a shirt. Tap in with Ty. Tap in with Alexis. Y'all got kids? Tap in with me. And then he gonna make sure y'all eat good. But wait, there's more. Nene, we all know Nene. The next 5 people to book lash appointments with Alexis, she got $20 on whatever style you getting.
Period.
Man, let's go.
Hey,
man.
look,
Let's go.
this is what the fuck I'm talking about. Black girl magic support. Let's do it. Hey, look, man, we've been trying to do this for a while now. We've been doing the Cold Field Show for a year and a half. And we find Stacey, tap in with me. You know I'm gonna get them cut up.
Shout out to Stacey.
If I can't get them cut up, Full Feather Fly Guy gonna get them cut up. 2056 Taylor Avenue, the old Bookers. We back. We got a new barbershop. Let's get it. We've been trying to do this for a year and a half now, man. We wanted to do sponsors. Let me tell you what our original thought was. So y'all know y'all was all complimenting on us and how we painted the wall, right? We got the green screen, the blue screen. We wanted to sell out space on the wall for y'all to, you know, Tasia, you put your shit right here. We can put
At all
right there.
times,
We can put it on there. We can, you know what I'm saying? We want to help our community, you know what I'm saying? But we got to help each other, you know what I'm saying? So, hey, everybody, tap in. Let's get into it, though. Black Girl Magic.
It's about to get super spicy.
Finna sprinkle a little asshole on you.
You wouldn't be you, right?
You feel me? Nah, but no, I ain't even gonna go asshole. I just want to ask some questions. Like we said, we opened up talking about Keke Palmer. We opened up talking about Cassie and everything. Let's start with Keke Palmer. The whole situation with her baby daddy and her going to the Usher concert. Lame ass nigga. She an entertainer. No, I don't want to hear it. We entertainers. We entertainers, bro. We understand how this works. She an entertainer. Usher an entertainer. They grew up in the same industry. They done did shit with each other. She a singer, he a singer, and shit like that. I don't see nothing wrong with what happened that night when she went to that concert. I don't see nothing wrong with her outfit. But fast forward to the furtherness of the lame ass nigga. It came out that he was putting his hands on her, abusing her. She filed for custodial, full custody, and a restraining order, right?
Damn.
I'm finna retract that lame ass nigga. It came out that she was putting her hands on him.
What? Oh,
It came out that she was verbally abusing him. Now, we don't know the inner workings of their relationships. We just window shoppers to what they got going on. They both probably full of shit at the end of the day because it's three sides to a story, hers, his, and the truth. But how do y'all ladies feel about this whole Keke Palmer situation? Do y'all feel like he a lame man nigga? Or do y'all feel like she the toxic one and he just trying to protect his investment as a woman and his child?
You can't get in between nobody's baby mama and baby daddy drama. That's it. Like, we don't really know. I can't say. You can only...
You don't want to speculate?
No, I ain't getting
man, shit.
So agree with that. I think people put too much out there sometimes. But what I will say is something that's under, I guess, spoken about is that females, I don't believe that a man should put his hands on a woman. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't. So I'm not saying that. However, I think that, like, women do often, not always, sometimes, they kind of know what's going to push a man's buttons. And then sometimes they are being physically aggressive with men. And, like, some women know, like, usually you know a man's temperament.
Man.
So, like, if you know that they ain't rap, you know, they pop off real quick. Like, I think a lot of times, it may not be in her situation, but I know that, like, women do put their hands on men sometimes. And, you know, my dad always raised me, like, obviously, don't let no man put no hands on you. But he also told me, like, you know you can't whoop a man, so you shouldn't be putting your hands on a man either. And, you know, out of frustration and out of anger, depending on what's going on, like she said, between a relationship, behind closed doors, you never know. And so sometimes people let their anger and frustrations and emotion get the best of you. And I feel like the lesson out of all of that is, in a given situation, you got to be able to take ownership for your role in whatever situation you're in. Now, obviously, domestic violence, terrible. Nobody should have to go through that. Whether it's physical, emotional, like, terrible. But even walking out of that situation, staying in those situations, all those things, you still have to be able to process your level of accountability in those situations, because you always are in the driver's seat. Like, you can always walk away, leave situations, and a lot of times we stick around and stay in situations, and we see the warning signs, we see the caution signs, and we still stay. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, you know, it's touchy because you don't really know.
You don't know. We don't know.
So it's hard to judge.
It's definitely all speculation. Like I said, we window shop into these people's lives. Back when we was younger, we had Source Magazine, Vibe Magazine, XXL Magazine, and we heard the bits and pieces. But today, with social media, oh man, this shit is just too open. I don't even, like you said they're sharing too much. I don't even think it's them that be sharing it. It's the paparazzi, it's the motherfucker, and then that information get out, and now they gotta try to hurry up and jump on it to make it, to spin it a certain way. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I will tell you this. So, and it's your podcast. You should be asking questions, not me. But
no, ask the question. We like.
So, people have such a desire to be like celebrities,
Right.
that they overshare. So now the new thing is with social media, everybody got to share everything on social media, and people have, like, conceptualized that if it's not on social media, it doesn't exist, or it's not real.
It's not real.
Now, I will say this. That is probably the worst thing that's happened to relationships.
Fact.
Yeah.
Oversharing.
Oversharing.
Especially black community.
Oh yeah.
It's crazy that you said that, and you brought it back this way. I'm gonna speak on that because I'm the one. I do a lot of sharing myself. A person in my position, we all seen 8 Mile.
Mm-hmm.
Great movie. Shout out Eminem. I have to take the Eminem approach with my life every day. Being in this position, I'm not even famous, but being in this position where I'm trying to accomplish something that relies on public conception, the public view of me, I have to Eminem myself because if I don't, somebody else
will.
can spin the narrative about me however they want. And then, like I said, now I'm playing damage control. I don't got time to be playing damage control. Women, and it just says what it is, women gang up. It ain't even got to be true. If one woman say something, 70 more women finna join her.
Yeah.
It ain't even got to be true. So before I let a woman expose me for good, bad, or ugly, I'm gonna do it myself. That's personally my stance on it. But it do suck that you gotta live like that because some of this shit ain't even nobody business in the first fucking place.
Yeah.
Some of this shit shouldn't even be being spoken about amongst the public in the first fucking place.
But like my thing, what I'm saying is, I think it's okay if you, like for instance, if you have a podcast, you have other things, like you said, you want to project your image. I think that that's healthy and appropriate because it has a purpose. But what I'm saying is, why do people share things so personal on social media? What is social media
validation.
supposed to do?
It's validation.
Yeah. So like most people don't care. They just
No, they not, and that's the thing I tell people. They not laughing with you. They laughing at you.
They laughing
honestly.
at you, definitely.
Because the
Some people
female,
beat that shit up.
the women that get on there going crazy about these niggas, right? And he fucking somebody else type shit. Let's just go straight extreme. You out here cussing out other women. You out here exposing text messages and groups, whatever the case may be. They laughing right now because you posting it. But in about 2 hours, they gonna be sitting back talking about you with their friends. Did you see what so-and-so did on? Boy, that motherfucker was on there going crazy. And they making themselves look crying all in the camera. They caught text messages, screenshot. So it's the validation, but they don't understand that it's not real.
yeah.
It's not, and it's not coming from a genuine place either. It's literally a show. I don't watch reality TV. I think the last time I watched reality TV, Cardi B was still on Love and Hip Hop before she became who she is now. And I couldn't stand Cardi B back then. I love her today.
I didn't either.
love her.
Was she Cardi B back then?
No, she was Cardi B. She was Cardi B, but and the thing of it is, it's the same energy. But the difference between then and now is, and I ain't even finna get into this, her and Nicki Minaj is like night and day. Nicki Minaj is unrelatable. She doesn't give you anything that makes you want to relate to her. After I sat back and really paid Cardi attention, I realized she was just a regular ass woman.
Yeah.
Literally, and that's what made me start liking her. At first, I was
more
just
real.
like, "Oh, this TV ass shit," but no, I realized no, this is who Cardi is,
Right, fact.
and it's not bad actually. She's just her.
Yeah.
But I don't watch reality TV for those reasons. I get tired of all the fighting, all the
reality
arguing.
TV, bro, is scripted now.
No, it is now. But back then, that's what I'm saying. Like the whole fighting and the shaking the table and the throwing the drink. The first bitch to throw a drink was on Basketball Wives, if I'm not mistaken. It wasn't even Love and Hip Hop. It was Basketball
Her name was
Wives.
Jennifer. You know me? I remember she was 5.
And now it's like throwing the drink is, like you said, it's part of the script.
Yeah.
Man.
Okay, y'all gonna go to the restaurant, and then when she say, throw the drink at her, and it's gonna start. I just don't. And so Facebook is the same way. Facebook is literally the same fucking way. Let me get on.
mess.
I'm finna get on live and wait for 50 people to join so I can talk shit about some. Hey, look, man, I ain't got.
But here's the
It's
thing,
all
though.
about the mess.
Here's the thing, though. So with the social media stuff or whatever, like, I think, like, I can only speak for myself. Like, I have been in a position where I could post stuff
Yeah.
to expose things, but like, what is the
What's
value
the
in that?
point?
Right.
Yeah.
Like, if I know something, mental note. Now
Yeah.
I know. You may not never know I know, but I know.
Now I'm moving
And
accordingly.
now I'm gonna move accordingly. Cause I'm moving around. Like, I'm not even entertaining it. I don't feel like it deserves my energy. And on the flip side of that, another thing I learned or accepted about human behavior is women and men both. So you can sit on either side. You can bash men, bash women.
Yeah.
What I've learned about humans is if they want to do something, they're gonna do it.
Regardless.
So if a man married, if a man single, if whatever, if a woman be like, I like that man, this is what I want to do with that man, they're just gonna do it. You could post every day, you could flash what they do, you could do all that, it don't matter. Vice versa, same with a man. Like, if they want to deal with a woman, they just gonna deal with her.
That's a fact.
A lot of times people do that stuff, like you said, for the moment, for some attention, and then next day they right back in
With
the
that
same
person,
situation.
yep.
And so, I mean, I'm not saying that that's right. I'm just saying I just don't give a lot of energy to that. Like, it was a female before who, when I was married, that posted, and I remember everybody was calling me like, "Hey, so and so posted such a," and I was like, "That's cool." And then it was like, "You ain't gonna say nothing."
They want you to say something.
I said, "For
to
what?"
blow it up.
I said, "Man, I'm not even finna give her the time of day. Like, I'm gonna let her have it. You got it, boss. I'm gonna let you have that."
She needed the validation. You didn't.
I'm cool.
And that's really, like I said, that's what it boils down to. It boils down to that validation. Even the aspect of posting your partner's picture, who you dealing with, is validation. You need to feel something from everybody else. And honestly, you're supposed to be feeling something from that person.
If you don't feel it from that person, then why do you want to post it?
You shouldn't even be doing it. Alexis, I'm gonna ask you this question from the audience, Ty Davis. He said, where do y'all see y'all business in the next 5 years? And tell us something that you have going on that we don't know about, business related. Like, what might your next move be that you still trying to, don't necessarily expose or surprise it, but just, do you got other things in the work right now that might be, taking off sometime soon? And where do you see yourself in 5 years in business?
Next 5 years, I see myself having like my whole. My plan is to have like a. I wanted to bring a lash store down here where all the supplies for lash checks is there. Like, they don't have to go nowhere else. No Amazon, no nothing. Like, we have a full store. And I got that idea because I seen in Vegas, like on TikTok, it's this big ass store that literally have whatever a lash tech need, it's there. And we don't have that here. And lash techs, I'm seeing them every day. Like, who got this? Who got this? Like, do other lash techs got some glue on hand? It's just like, we should have something like that here because there's so many lash techs here. That's gonna blow up for sure. But that's my goal. So something I got going on right now is my girl group I'm starting at Park High School. It's like women empowerment. It's called Becoming Her. And it's just
Drop one of Clues bombs.
Fuck that.
Hey, it's a new breakfast clip. Not this plan, but go ahead. I'm sorry.
It's just to give these younger girls something to look forward to, somebody to look up to. They don't have that nowadays. Like, and back then, around my time, the neighborhood used to look after everybody.
Right.
Like, everybody, like, you couldn't do nothing without that neighbor telling your mama what you just did, or them getting on your ass for your mama.
The
while
village.
Your mama yeah, like,
the village.
It takes a village to raise kids, I swear, and they don't have that nowadays. And a lot of kids are dealing with stuff mentally because they don't have that one person they can go to talk, or
that support.
So I just want to be that for these girls. So that's really why I'm starting this group.
What's this thing we hearing about? Ty Davis said, pretty dark skin. What's that about?
Pretty dark skin.
I think he was just complimenting.
Oh. I thought that was something new being dropped.
Hey,
I don't know nothing about that.
look, we love our chocolate ladies. We love our chocolate ladies. What about you, Tasia? 5 years from now, where do you see yourself, and do you have anything that you're working on that we don't know about?
5 years, 2029.
She put a date
On me. She put it right on the. She went to 24.
Okay, so I have already made a decision in my mind that I'm probably going to do brick and mortar restaurant, probably for after this, 2024, 2025, and then I'm gonna cash out 2026. So 2.5 more years of brick and mortar. So that's already set in stone for me, just because it's a lot. Brick and mortar is a lot. I try to tell people.
The overhead.
People think you be hating, but I'm like, nah, you really just want to.
What is that?
Do a food truck or something.
Let me tap into that. So you said, so I had shout out to DeAndre, with the Main Cafe project. We was talking, and he gave me some. He gave me some advice. We were sitting down. I went to go shop. You know what I'm saying? He bought some food for me. I appreciate you, brother. I went back and got some food from him, and we was having a conversation. And he was like, "Man, bro, that pasta was delicious, but you didn't put enough on the plate as far as like presentation. You should have had a little veggie, some bread or something. You know, helping me with pointers on becoming a better server."
Yeah.
But then we was talking, and he was like, "Man, fuck a restaurant." He said, "Bro, this shit cost me so much money. The lights got to be paid for whether you in here cooking or not. The gas and electric got to, you know, whatever. You got to pay for it whether you're cooking or not. So brick and mortar is just basically a building. It's where you actually, your home base. And a lot of people in today's society, with the internet being what it is moving out of brick and mortar. I like brick and mortar. I don't like internet shop. Now, food is different, obviously.
Yeah.
But just like for what you got, the lashes, I definitely think a lash store or a supply store, that'd be good, because it's a lot of people that still like to go in and touch it and fit. You know what I'm saying? And I'm one of them people, so I think for the ladies that's into that, you specifically opening up a brick and mortar in that case is a great thing.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like a food truck, man. Shit.
That's the wave nowadays.
But so here's the thing. So it's like not so much of just the overhead. It's like if you have a full service or a casual dining, you have to have staff.
Right.
So like, I like to cook, you know, but I like to be creative. And so one of the things about having a brick and mortar restaurant, like you can introduce new things, but when you think about cost and inventory, you got to be real careful, because if you introduce a new thing, then you kind of got to keep it, because you're going to have some people that, whatever's on your menu, you got to have it.
Right.
Which is one of the things that I don't like. It's real restrictive. Because people expect it to just, most people expect it to just be the same.
Right.
But like if you're a cook, you probably understand this. I like to be able to be creative. I like to be able to switch things up. Once I master something, I get kind of bored with it. So it's like, okay, I'll pass that off to somebody else, because I really don't feel like doing
I feel that.
So I'm not going to be completely done with food. One of my passions that I would love to get into is private catering for like celebrities and like larger events and things like that. I really like intimate stuff. So I would love to tap into that. I have a few friends that live in other large cities and family members, and so they've already kind of invited me, and I know some other chefs in the chef community in different places, so definitely want to tap into that. If anybody follows me on Instagram, my name on Instagram is the Black Millennial Mama. I just kind of came up with that out of the blue, but I really want to brand that and push that, because I feel like I have a lot of wisdom to offer, just in the mom perspective, and I have 3 daughters that are all very different, but you know, just raising them, I've learned a lot, and so I want to be able to share that. But also, I actually have a funny side, and so I'm like, when I get to know people and I feel comfortable with people, I'm like authentically more just like candid, and I like to joke or whatever. So I was just sharing with her, like I had some ideas to make it fun too, so it's not just super serious, but also like blended. And people that visit my house, they always say me and my kids are so funny, because I value like openness as a parent. So we talk about any and everything, and we just kind of had that openness or whatever. So definitely lots of comical things to share and stuff like that. And so I want to definitely tap into that. I'm not sure on what platform, but I want to really get more versed with like TikTok and just create that brand, maybe through vlogging, or you know what I'm saying?
You should definitely jump into that.
So I definitely want to do that. It's been a passion. It's been on my spirit for a long time, but I can honestly say I've been afraid of it. But what I learned from opening a restaurant is you can't be afraid. You just got. I'm a perfectionist, so I want it to be perfect and all that stuff. But I'm like, no, you can't do that. You got to just jump into it. So if my first videos, if they whack, then they'll just be whack. But they get better.
It take time to get used to it.
It take time, especially like if you're gonna go TikTok, I would definitely advise that. Yeah. It took me. How long was I building my plan? I think I said
a good 8 months strong.
I went about 8 months strong, and I kind of just fell off because life, you know, real life. But I was going hard, and I built up a little bit over 20,000 followers on TikTok in under 8 months. And it's hard work, but it's worth it.
Yeah.
I wish I had kept going, because we just went a couple months ago, about 2 months ago, to Milwaukee to tonight's conversation with Ace Metaphor and all of them. And I should have been, like all bullshit aside, I should have been on that stage with them. when I was building my platform, people was constantly putting my name with theirs, constantly
Yeah.
tagging me in their videos, and
Yeah.
but I fell off.
Yeah.
And it's a good tool.
Yeah.
It's a very good tool. So
To connect.
Yes, to connect, network, get yourself out there. Like I said, you can sell your shit on TikTok, food, all type of things. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So I would definitely
But bro,
push you into
but
that.
Ace don't like him though.
Yeah,
He
Ace
just don't
Metaphor don't like
Ace
him.
don't like
It is
him.
what it is. I don't like him either.
They don't
Pandering ass nigga.
they don't like each other. You know what I'm
But
saying?
you know, that's life.
I want to ask you a quick question though about you said you got 3 athletes, right? Athlete daughters.
Yep.
And whatnot. How do you feel like the most like? Is it very important for them to eat healthy?
Yeah, so like I think with student athletes it's like a nice balance. With anytime eating healthy, and those of you that either weight train, workout, and or whatever, I think a lot of times in America we looking for something quick. So we looking for, let me hop on these shakes, let me do keto, let me do all this stuff. But what people don't really like realize is like you have to center your diet around things that you like, that you can digest. Like you really got to know your body. It's not a one shoe fit all, especially for losing weight, your body type, if you build muscle quicker, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like my daughters all have a natural genetic athletic build just because of who their parents are. So like they're in a position at adolescence where they're young adulthood where they're maintaining they're not like, once you get past a certain age, you like trying to maintain it from a different perspective. But they already naturally are athletic. They naturally have muscles.
Right.
So they're just trying to maintain. Their metabolism is high and stuff like that. So I do. I'm a big Whole Foods person.
Okay.
So you know I try to obviously minimize limit sugar.
Yeah.
And then you always want to have increased protein. So I'm real big on that. And obviously healthy carbs.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. So I think just like, even if as a parent you just cook more meals, you're likely gonna be giving them healthier food, you know, versus convenience food. That's just a natural algorithm. Even if you don't understand healthy foods, like cooking something at home, cooking chicken tenders at home,
Yeah.
and then buying chicken tenders from
It's a
Culver's.
big difference.
The calories,
Yeah,
the
so
fat,
now now you minimizing like MSG and gluten and all this other stuff that can be bad for
That's
them.
crazy. That's what I made last night. I literally did
Yep.
Chick-fil-A at home last night with my sons because, you know, 6-year-old, I'm a 2-year-old. I'm like, man, what can I? You know what? I thought these chicken breasts. And he loved it. You know what I'm saying? But like you said though, I took all of that extra. It was
all the extra stuff.
flour, seasoning, grease. That's it. I ain't gotta add nothing extra to it. You know what I'm saying? So that's a key right there, man.
But I
especially-
think the other thing to be honest about is like, that's one of the things I want to vlog about. Like, it's hard. So what we do or what we have done is we actually meal plan.
I was just going.
So we'll look at our calendar and we'll be like, this week we had 3 varsity games. So we'll be like, okay, Tuesday night, Thursday night, Friday night, we're not cooking, right? So what are we eating? And I find like planning ahead, scheduling is really important. So then like when it comes to that, you just try to obviously make the healthiest choice you can. But the biggest thing I think for student athletes is hydration.
Facts.
Yes.
Yeah. So like they can get away with eating nachos and pizza like at that age because their body is just gonna burn.
Metabolize
it
faster.
just-
But
Yeah.
I would say I would push hydration and not Gatorade, like water.
Yeah.
Like really keeping your body hydrated.
You ever did any juicing with them?
I'm big on, so my older daughter likes smoothies.
Okay.
And we've done ginger shots from Juice. Shout out to Juice.
Shout out my barb.
That's my daughter's barber too, actually. So we've done ginger shots and stuff like that. So they're open to trying stuff. I've always been like, I cook a lot of different things. So my kids have a very broad palate.
Right.
But not anything consistently, but I have been really big with them with vitamins and supplements, like important things, especially like vitamin D and iron, because of where we live, living in Wisconsin
Man,
and
I
stuff
take
like
it
that.
every day.
Yep. But yeah, not extensively, but they've had access to it. I'm big on kombucha.
Okay.
I drink that.
Man, I fucking hate kombucha. I don't like the taste of that
It's
going
good.
down my throat.
I'm big on it. I'm big on it.
Man, I think that's.
So they've tried that over there. They've tried that or whatever, but
Did they like it?
I don't know. My kids are at a point where they like, if mom try it, it must be like straight. So they'll attempt, they'll
Okay.
try it, but they just real big on water. We a big water, like a big
Right.
water
Yeah, I
house, so
feel
they-
that. I feel that.
You know what? I wanna switch gears a little bit and get back into some of the black girl magic before I get back on the asshole shit. Speaking of the athletes, let's talk about it. You have young ladies playing physical sports that are male dominated. What's that like for them?
Well, Layla played football for a while.
Yeah, I know.
She even played in high school. I think like the transition from playing, she played since she was 6. She did get a lot of respect from, like, she still gets a lot of respect from what she accomplished in football because she was actually really good.
Right.
Not saying she's not now, but she kind of put her helmet down for now. But I think the challenges for her were like coaches not understanding that even though she expresses herself in a more masculine way and she's athletic, just as athletic as some boys, she's still a woman.
Yeah.
She's still a girl.
Okay.
So like when she first went into high school, they like gotta max out at this, you gotta lift this, and she like, I ain't trying to be like that. You know what I'm saying?
You know why they do that though, right?
I understand it, but I think that's one thing, and I'm not against y'all. One thing that men struggle with, and I think this is why when it comes to like basketball training and things like that, I'm very strategic as to who trains my kids.
Yeah.
Because some people aren't able to differentiate between a male and female body when it comes to sports.
Facts.
So so like there's different things that girls need in basketball that instinctively boys already do, and vice versa.
Right.
So even though my daughter trains with boys sometimes, like having a trainer that understands
That she's a
girl is important.
That's a real trainer though.
Yeah.
Right.
So some people just call themselves a trainer just like some people call themselves elastic or whatever. You know, they really don't be knowing what they're doing. Right. So so I feel like my older daughter is very able to tap in on the court and be like tough and defend, but then get off the court and have her lashes and be a girl. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I feel like there's balance in it, but I also feel like we're just a big sports family. So we watch sports. My youngest daughter, that's 11, she could tell you about the old greats, Hakeem. She'll go on YouTube and watch videos. We talk about sports a lot. So, you know, like, they really are knowledgeable. We're really passionate about sports in our house. And so I don't think they ever felt really any differentiation with gender, especially me letting my daughter play football at age 6.
Yeah. On the high school level, like when they do that with the girls, that's them like trying to like weave them out. Like, in all honesty.
You know what? I can probably that's probably true, and I'm gonna be honest. Like we've crossed that bridge. Like, but I'm that mama. Like, and people that know me. It's some people in the athletic world that probably don't like me as a result. Cause if it's one thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna advocate for my babies. It's men that done said some like comment to her. One coach said, you're a girl when you leave here, but while you here, you a boy. What?
Yeah.
But
that's coming at the mental.
But what was crazy was I raised my kids. So the number one thing you should raise your kids is to be mentally strong, have a confidence. I teach my kids like you don't even engage in that. So I used to tell her when people say stuff like that to you, go out there and dominate. So she'd go out there and sack the quarterback or you know what I'm saying, do something real crazy, and then they be looking at her crazy like
Yeah, because you got to be 10 times harder than the boys. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Kill the noise. Kill the noise.
Nah, facts though. So let's get into it, man. We got a little time left. I want to ask this question.
Go ahead.
About the everything that's been going on this week. I'm gonna get into Megan Thee Stallion. I ain't gonna do Cassie. We're gonna say Cassie. That's a whole. That's a whole conversation. Cassie and Puffy. Megan Thee Stallion, you know, she stay in a lot of controversy. Independent female artist, you know, male-dominated industry for the most part. Yes, it's a lot of female artists, but, you know, it's still a male-dominated industry. She's still in a lot of controversy where she's beefing with men, arguing with men, dealing with whether it's money, sexual shit, whatever the case may be. In her new song, she described a situation where her and... I forgot that's the name of the song?
It's like Snake or some shit.
I don't remember the name of it, but she described a situation with her ex, Partisan Fontaine. For those that know him, he was the guy that was ready to beat the baby ass because he got out there pillow talking. But unbeknownst to Party, she really did the shit that motherfuckers was accusing her of doing. How do we feel about women that put their men in the line of fire especially when they're not being honest about it. Like, it's a lot of men, black men, that die behind protecting women. Women claim, sweeping down, no, we don't get protected. That's untrue. A lot of black men are dead or in jail right now behind protecting a liar.
Alexis, how you feel about
Hold on.
Party on that one.
Go ahead.
She sure look like
Party dropped a 4-minute song, and contrary to popular belief, it wasn't a diss track. He was just setting the record straight about what she said about him and how he really felt about her as a whole. I don't know if y'all heard the song or not, but all in all, he basically just told the truth about the person, and he named it The Person. That's what he called it. He said, I'm talking to Megan, the person, not Megan Thee Stallion, because he wanted to clear the air. If you didn't hear it, he basically just said, you had me out here protecting you lying on national TV. You out here getting lipo, but claiming you doing this fitness shit. You really ain't a good person, so on and so forth.
I try to tell you.
Look, I'm still riding. Fuck Tory Lanez. At the end of the day, though,
disrespect my man.
fuck wrong with him. We don't hit black women. We don't shoot black women.
Bro, allegedly.
I'm just saying. But no, how do y'all feel about that, Alexis? I sent you over to making a couple faces as we were talking about it.
Because I heard the song, so.
Man,
his song? His song?
Not his, but her.
Her song, she went crazy.
And she went in on them. I don't care. I'm sticking with my black women. But right is right and wrong is wrong. If she was lying, as he said, that is wrong. Because I honestly wouldn't put no man in a situation where they putting their life on the line and I know I'm lying. Like, that would sit in my mind like, damn, I'm guilty. But I done just made this man look crazy out here.
She did. She made Party look crazy. He literally was ready to whoop the baby ass. And I mean, come on. The baby ain't no pushover. But Party like a giant, swole nigga.
Yeah.
And he standing up for his woman and come to find out, bitch, you did this shit? You couldn't even tell me? Like, even if I'm gonna protect you, you still couldn't even tell me that you actually did the shit that I'm riding for you for. Like, that's the part that blew me. Like, why lie? Like,
why lie? Numbers.
Probably an embarrassment.
But you know, that's the thing I say, though. She
about them numbers, man.
No, I'm gonna say this, though. She don't got no reason to be embarrassed, and I'm gonna keep it 100. She, what, 22, 23 now? She young?
Hell
She not that young.
Like 20.
No, she not that old, though. She
like 27, bro.
I say, okay.
26.
I say,
make her young.
No, but you know what, though? It's been a few years. It's been a few years since she came out. Okay, I'm just gonna say it like this in general. Understand this from this point of view. We always talk about hoes and shit like that, what a hoe is, what a hoe ain't. I don't look at Megan Thee Stallion as a hoe. Megan Thee Stallion was a 17, 18-year-old fan of these niggas, and she wanted to fuck them when she was 17 or 18. That's just natural. Come on, we human. Let's not act like we don't want to fuck celebrities. Like, we see them, we like them, we want them. When she got the opportunity to be in the same space as them, she did what she wanted to do. It is what the fuck it is. I don't consider her a hoe for that, but she lied to this man and got him protecting her when she really did the shit that they was accusing her of doing.
Bro, but the biggest thing about Meg is, like, no disrespect to her. Like I don't care who she sleep with. You know, I can get 2 fucks who anybody sleep with. It. Do your thing, live your life. But the thing about her is, her biggest thing, bro, she always putting black men in bad situations.
Yeah, that I can't deny that.
Like
I can't deny that.
I don't care who you sleep with. That's whatever. That ain't my business. But when you study putting guys in situations and they black men, like, come on, man. Like, you a boss female. You should be moving a whole different way. Like, okay, you did what you did, but like, you got your mans looking bad. You got Buddy them going back and forth. You creating beef. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then you want to run away when it gets serious. Like,
yeah, she kind of played victim.
But you want to be a hood, whatever you want to be. Like, she portrayed this image, and we know you now. Like, come on, shorty. Like,
what up, Derek? Derek, you know, you missed half of the show. He said, what did she do? Long story short, she made a new song, and then a new song, she aired out some.
Serpent?
I don't remember the name of it. I ain't gonna lie to you.
It's like a snake.
But she basically aired out some dirty laundry between her and Party and claimed that he cheated on her in her house or some shit like that. Again, I don't know if this is, we window shopping. We just watching from the outside looking in. But the shit that he said about her, a lot of it has been confirmed. And he just, like I said, he just cleared the air. But that go back to what we was talking about earlier. Why does everybody feel the need?
Yeah.
A lot of people were saying that he bogus because at the end of the day, he used her saying that one thing about him to expose a whole lot of shit about her. And that makes him a lame
I
ass
mean,
nigga.
she opened up the can of
She
worms.
opened up
There you go. Right
you
there.
cannot
There you go.
you cannot control how somebody else responds
Sure can't.
to whatever it is that you did, disrespect, whatever. So
Fact.
I agree. I agree.
You say one thing, somebody can put all your
It's a
paperwork
dirty
out there.
game, but it's
You
fair.
feel me? Right,
Hey.
right.
That's a
You
fact.
better off just sitting down. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not a huge Megan Thee Stallion fan. Not because of nothing she did or nothing. I don't really vibe with her. And that's not me being shady or nothing. I just
No, it ain't for everybody.
no.
Yeah, everything ain't for
She
everybody.
lost my respect.
her flow really
Nah,
ain't
don't.
her flow really ain't my type of flow. And I'm a hip hop girl, but her flow really ain't my type of flow. Or the type of topic she talk about really don't resonate to me. So I don't really listen to her. But obviously, Black Girl Magic. I mean, she dope in her own right. I just don't listen to her music, so I haven't heard the song. But to speak on the being a victim and all of that, I think a lot of people have been in that position where they get comfortable being a victim, and it's like a mindset. So it's like some people like being in that position and they like projecting what somebody else did to them, and it becomes like a pattern.
They know what's gonna sell.
I think maybe not even just say. I think people just do it in real life, like, oh, woe with me, look what this person did to me. And so I think that that's a real thing that people do, not just women. Some men do it too. You know, just playing victim. And they just kind of like, that's part of their personality. So maybe that's part of,
Yeah,
you know, maybe
yeah.
that's something deeper, like she from child, you know.
No,
something-
honestly, I feel that. I
Yeah.
feel like that's who. She's a
Yeah,
damsel
like
in
maybe-
distress.
yeah.
That's her. Personality.
and that can become a comfortable position. You know what I'm saying? I ain't
I
gonna lie.
say-
I've
I
had
say
my-
you baby.
I call it the Keisha Cole.
Yeah.
Cause Keisha Cole, man, listen, I'm gonna say.
Why you coming at my bitches tonight?
No. Cause Keisha Cole, bro, on some real shit, right? She's so dope, right?
You heard what the last name is, right? You know that's my wife, right?
That's cool. I can understand why she do what she do too now.
Looking at him.
But the thing about Keisha Cole is, bro, all her hits are what?
Oh yeah, she.
did
It's
her
always
wrong.
sad, just sad music.
She had a great relationship and she destroyed it just so she can get this album done. I'm just saying.
You think
like,
that's Megan MO? You think Megan start the bullshit for music?
bro?
No, I'm asking a serious question. You think so?
honestly
I
think
think
she do.
So not to interrupt you, I think the biggest question, and you can chat because you're a woman, right? I think the other part of it that we don't acknowledge is just like we say sometimes men don't know how to be in a relationship. I think some women also don't know.
Don't know.
how.
Man,
So
what
then,
the
like,
fuck?
it's really not nobody's fault. Like, you gotta learn through and
Experience.
trial
No,
and
you learn
error.
through
So
experience,
sometimes you carry situations from previous relationships to new relationship, or you just don't know yourself enough to know what you need and what you want, and so you come into a situation on a deficit kind of a motto, you know. So I was gonna say back to that, like loyalty. I think like human nature is human nature. So all humans make mistakes because we're operating our flesh or whatever. We do different things, and you shouldn't judge people because we all make mistakes. But I think that like loyalty is so like such a core part of who I am. So I feel like I agree with you. Like some people move in a way that's just not expressing any type of loyalty, not to themselves and not to others. Like you should never want to put somebody intentionally in harm's way. And if you realize that you do, you should be the one doing damage control, like to prevent things from getting out of control. Because like at the end of the day, like that shows no moral character. Like internally, like loyalty. Like if you just sit back and be like, I don't know why they beefing. I don't know why they about to fight. Like you
Right,
know,
you know
like
exactly
you know,
what it
like
is.
okay, you need to really kill that. So, yeah.
I feel that. Tonight we have had a great conversation so far. Like I said, I don't want to get too deep into it, but I just want to ask y'all this last question before we
Hey,
switch.
hit that like and share button.
Definitely hit the like and share button. Y'all know what we here for. Last off subject question.
Peace out.
Just about Cassie and Diddy. I feel like she bogus. I'm gonna be real. No, I feel like she bogus. I feel like if you really wanted justice, money shouldn't have been the motive. How do y'all feel about that situation? Just flat out.
I didn't even look into that at all. I didn't even, like, when I seen that stuff, I didn't click on it, nothing. I'm just like,
She look in short, just to sum it up, Cassie claims for the past, well, not recently, but you know, the time that she spent on Bad Boy with Puffy, he was abusive. He was raping her, sexually assaulting her, sex trafficking her, just a lot of fucked up shit under the disguise of a record deal and a girlfriend. She released all this information, but she only did it to sue him. There was no criminal complaint at all. It was only a civil complaint. I personally feel like you should have kept that shit to yourself if it was just a money grab. That's my personal opinion. I know a lot of motherfuckers feel certain type of ways about that. Oh well, she exposed him and he's still gonna be a millionaire tomorrow and sign new acts and nothing's gonna change. I don't. How do you?
So I will say this: I will never tell a victim how to be a victim. So I mean, I'm sure probably some of it. I mean, she could have exaggerated. Sorry, there's probably some truth to it. You know what I'm saying? I won't, whatever. But like, I think that it's hard for us to see from their lens, cause like they're in that world, like
Rich people problems.
Rich people problems. Like he got so much power.
Man.
So like, when you're dealing with a man that got a lot of power and a lot of money, that's probably the only grab. Oh, that's probably the only grab that she could make. But I will say that what Cassie did, like holding that information for so long, is not any different from any women that deals with emotional abuse, physical abuse, anything like that. Like Diddy got a lot of power and a lot of money, so you almost have to imagine how much heavier it is to even want to speak out about that. So we always think about what it did to Diddy, but you got to also think about what it did to her. It's not easy for you to come out and say that something like that happened to you. You know, so there's women that's like on a more local level that's dealing with an emotionally abusive partner. We see a lot of DV in Racine, our city. We've seen women die at the hands of men. And so the question is always, well, why didn't she say something? It's usually fear. So if we're afraid of men that have regular 9-to-5s or regular average hustles, who's to say how fearful this girl was of him? You know what I'm saying? So I'm kind of, he got a lot of power and money. So I'm kind of hands off from it because I don't think any woman would be like, he beat me, he made me sleep. That's saying a lot. You know what I'm saying? And they probably took a lot of courage for her to even say that because at the same time it exposed him, it exposed her. No, he may have forced her to do it, but she still did it. So then
for an extended period of time.
Yeah. So then people probably walk away with questions about her, and then thinking about who he is and how many people mess with him, she gonna get backlash from that. So like, I don't think anybody wants that.
Right.
So $30,000, $30 million is a lot of money. But I know women that let all that get done to them for less. So I'm just saying. So I'm just saying.
Shit.
I'm just saying. I'm not gonna judge Cassie. And from the moment I seen him dealing with her, I knew it had to be something to it because she was so young.
So young as hell.
She was super young, and you got to think about she was what 17, 16.
She was 16.
She was 16.
We got to think about our 16-year-old selves. Like, did she know that that's what it was exactly? Or did she think that this is what they do in the industry? Like, you got to think about the context of it. So
no, that context is everything.
Yeah, so
I feel like, honestly, bro, like I was telling you earlier, bro, like, of course, in a way, it was like somewhat of a money grab, but then like for her to be able to express that and come out and be like open and then be vulnerable like that, shit, bro, I give her props for that. Cause I mean, at the end of the day, bro, like Diddy is a dude with power and shit. Like he can make a motherfucker disappear like that.
They say he did. They say he did Wale like. They say he did Wale like Red did Bird on the fire. My officer.
But what I'm saying is, bro, like a guy like that, bro, like I used to be a big fan of Diddy, like, and then
take that.
It don't. Yeah, business wise, come on, bro. He the only one that made $1 billion solo.
Shout out to Full Feather Fly Guy for them stars. Appreciate you, my boy. I'll see you in the shop tomorrow.
But the thing about it is, like, for her, bro, I'm just saying, like, any woman that's been raped, like, going through, like, all type of, like, abuse and all that shit, and she come out and she let that shit be known, bro, I give more power to her, bro. Like, I'm all for that. Like, women standing up for themselves and not sitting in the cut, just allowing that shit. And then, shit, she went through all that shit. She do deserve to be compensated. On some real ass shit, she deserved that money. So
it
could be a money grab.
You know
yeah,
how
but
I
at the
am
same
when it
time-
comes to money. We was having, I'm just quick because we got to get up out of here. And I got one serious question for the ladies before we leave. I don't value money that much to the point where I'm gonna put my dignity to the side. Some people do, some don't. I'm one of them people that I just, like I say, I'm disappointed in the fact that she chose to take the money. I understand what you said, Tage. I understand everything that you said. Battle Rap Kingdom said people stay quiet for less. It's definitely about the money and the power. Power and greed is two
Hell
different
yeah.
things.
That's the only way he gonna respect
I do
you.
get all of that, but I feel like they should have went the Bill Cosby, R. Kelly route. That's personally my opinion. Ladies, before we get up out of here,
Shit.
One thing before you cut that off, she got 30 million.
She got 100 million. He paid her more. He paid her 100 million.
She got 100 million, and some women in her same position that have experienced that or worse only get a funeral.
Drop one of Clue's bombs.
Man, these ain't close to mom. What's wrong with you, man?
So I'm taking 100 G's.
Man. Hey, look.
I mean 100 mil.
Hey, look. Last question of the night, ladies. Any words of advice for young sisters in y'all position with y'all mindset that just don't know how to get it started or don't know what to do? What would you say to them, ladies that want to be in y'all position one day?
You got it,
It's a couple of things I can say from personal experience. If something ain't moving quick enough, just keep going. Like, I've stopped a lot of business ventures because I'm like, I'm not getting no money right away. Like, I ain't finna keep doing this. And I stopped when whole time I probably could have been farther with that business today than I was then if I would have just kept going. So whatever you're doing right now, if you're doing anything right now and it's not pushing how you want it to, it's gonna get there. Just keep on promoting. Don't be looking for support. Support gonna come.
Hey, hold on, quick. I just know this is the help part. Do y'all understand what she's saying to y'all?
Yeah.
The shirt is literally telling y'all exactly what she's saying out
I
her
thought it
mouth.
was one of the guys.
Rich off hustling.
Sus.
Keep going.
Let's go.
Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. I got kids, man. Tasia, what about you? What advice do you have for the young ladies that's trying to be in your position one day?
Young ladies, number one, learn yourself. Then once you learn yourself, learn to love yourself. That is foundational to absolutely anything. Just like in relationships, friendships, it can happen in business. If you're not sure of who you are and what you want, anybody can influence you to do something different. You can have like the best idea or something. I was just talking to my cousin. You got the best idea. So we've all had ideas, and then you think about it at night or something in your bed, and the first thing you're gonna do, you're gonna call your mom. You're gonna call your best friend. You'll call your significant other. You wanna share, and that's even success, right? Some people on the other end gonna be like, "Oh, that's absolutely not gonna work," or "That's stupid," or whatever, right? So you have to work so hard with something and take it personal, to the point that when you expose your dream to somebody, you've already accepted that's what you're gonna do. Because if you don't, it's gonna create more doubt in you as you share those things out. So I feel like loving yourself, learning yourself. What are your skill sets? What are you strong at? What are things that you naturally? What do they say? Your hustle should be the thing that you're good at, but it doesn't necessarily have to be your passion. So like, learn yourself, and love yourself, because that breeds confidence. So now that when you go out into the world, when you say that big scary thing, like I'm gonna have my own clothing line, or I'm gonna own my own restaurant, or whatever it is, you're not as easily wavered by people's opinions, because they're gonna come. There's gonna be somebody. People say that to me. Or they said it behind my back actually. She gonna open a restaurant to sell that downtown. That ain't gonna work. Like, you know. And I could have listened. But like, I trusted myself. And so, learn yourself. It takes time. Love yourself. Have confidence. And be in the lab with yourself. And this, we've been swearing and everything, but I would be remiss if I didn't say like prayer was a huge part of me transitioning to different aspects of my life.
Hey, ain't no saying perfect. Say that.
No. I'm just saying, like, I don't care what we talking about. We can always talk about that. Like, I also would say, like, really, I'm not gonna say it from a religious perspective, but really be in tune with a higher power and really make sure that you have that spiritual piece of yourself, because humans are going to disappoint you. People that you want to support you are not gonna always support you.
Definitely.
People that can help you, that actually can pull you up the ladder, sometimes will let you fall. And so those are typically your weakest moments. So if you can get past that, I always have to tap in. Like, sometimes I don't got nobody because everybody think I got everything figured out. So, like, when I'm going through, I'm usually going through solo. But I have a higher, I lean to something different. Yeah. And so you got to have that spirit. Most people that's successful, millionaires, I don't care who they are, they talk about that. It's real, because humans will disappoint you every time.
Facts. That's real shit. That's real shit.
Big facts, big facts.
Ladies, that's crazy. That alarm hit us at 10 o'clock on the dot. Look, last thing before we go. Tap in with Ty Davis New. That's his Facebook name. Real life Tyrell Davis. He is taking the first 10 people to tap in with Alexis Phillips, our guest tonight. Rich Off Hustling. This is her brand. The first 10 people to tap in with her, he taking $5 off your purchase. He gonna take them same 10 or 5 people to eat at Deja Vu. And then them same 5 to 10 people, we gonna go 5 because food and haircuts is different.
Hell no, we gonna do 10.
Look at that.
We definitely gonna do 10.
Hey, look, hey, well, for the fly guy, you're gonna have to take 5 of these. $5 off the first 10 haircuts, but you gotta be there and bought them shirts. If you didn't buy them shirts, don't. Matter of fact, Ty, it's on you. If they tap in with you and Alexis, y'all hit me up, and then I'm gonna get them, they kids, they boyfriends. It don't matter. Thanksgiving is this week. Gonna get them haircuts, $5 off of service. Tap in. Crispy Clippers, Deja Vu, Rich Off Hustling, Big Homie.
Let's go.
It's been another episode of the Cold Field Show. We appreciate y'all. I am your boy, Asshole Poppy.
Hey, it's your boy Phil Gus.
Our guests, Tasia and Alexis, came through tonight, dropped some bombs on us. Good jewels got dropped tonight. Hey, look, Thanksgiving is this week. Come get a haircut. Because if you hit me up Wednesday knowing I got to do this podcast and want your haircut, it's $100. No exceptions.
Get there early.
Holla at you. Good night.